Tonight at 5, a judge rules voters with disabilities can get help returning their ballots, what the ruling means heading into the November election.
Plus, how a local high school is helping teens with substance use disorders make it to graduation. We'll have a closer look at the program.
And find out why dozens of high schools across the country have been forced to delay the start of their football seasons. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Today is a victory for ballot access. Today is a victory for the right to vote.
There is a sense of recognition today for people with disabilities, that their voices and their votes matter.
A federal judge ruled this morning voters with disabilities can get help returning their ballots. Our Catherine Merck joins us live with more from disability advocates and what this means heading into Wisconsin's big November election. Catherine?
Thanks to that ruling, people who physically struggle or simply can't at all drop off their ballot at places like the clerk's office where I'm at right now in Madison can now finally do it. They can ask a friend, a family member, or anyone who's close to them to give their vote to where it needs to be. This comes after U.S. District Judge James D. Peterson issued his order ahead of the November election. It's just 70 days away now. The order comes after the state Supreme Court ruled last month that outlawed almost all absentee ballot drop-offs and said that voters must return their own absentee ballot in person to a clerk's office or other designated site. For disability advocates, today's decision is a win.
I know many voters with disabilities felt disrespected. They felt disenfranchised. They felt humiliated by the requirement that they weren't allowed to have equitable access to voting if they couldn't place their own ballot in the mailbox. So I hope that they feel heard and that they feel affirmed.
I also spoke with the attorney who represented people fighting for this right. He emphasized this victory is for all voters, broadening who can cast a ballot in November. But the other side of the ballot says this could be an issue for election integrity. You'll hear about both ends of the lawsuit that ended tonight at 6 o'clock. Reporting live in Madison, I'm Catherine Merck for News 3 Now.
Catherine, thank you. And meanwhile, the state may be getting a new top cop to investigate election complaints.
The Elections Commission voted unanimously to create an inspector general position within the agency. Political reporter Will Keneally has more on what that might look like. Will?
So the position will help investigate election complaints and handle open records requests, two things that have both skyrocketed since the 2020 election.
This proposal will better enable the staff, the existing staff, and the additional staff to serve the people of Wisconsin.
And the Elections Commission staff needs that help, working overtime to handle additional scrutiny since 2020.
We get people filing complaints or making observations about untoward behavior. And if we don't address those concerns, whether they're real or not, we lose confidence in the elections.
So the solution, create an office specifically for those complaints.
So it is a proposal to determine the facts and communicate effectively with those people who have legitimate concerns, legislators, the public, and clerks.
And this was not without some pushback from Democrats on the commission. The initial plan was to have the bipartisan WEC oversee the Inspector General itself.
I think it would create more arenas for partisan mischief.
So instead, they opted to have the IG report to the nonpartisan administrator. Now the proposal will head to the legislature to go through the budget process. All the while, some of the conservative lawmakers in the Capitol are calling for the whole agency to be abolished. And this certainly could all change if Wisconsin votes for a Republican governor next year. So all this at the same time, the conservative group, one of whose members illegally requested absentee ballots in Racine County, have filed a complaint. They want the WEC to prevent voters from using the online website to request absentee ballots, which is how that group initially got those ballots illegally. They say that they will mirror arguments that got the ballot drop boxes thrown out by the Wisconsin Supreme Court. But one of the Democrats on the WEC says that the online form is okay under state law.
Will, thank you. Let's get a look now at your forecast. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canolti is on the weather patio. Last day of August, Gary.
Last day of August and feels more like summer. Temperatures are above normal and will stay that way for a couple of days. Visible cloud track shows clear skies across the entire state of Wisconsin right now. Low temperatures this morning dropped into the mid to upper 50s thanks to the air being drier, down to 54 in Watertown, 55 the overnight low temperature in Lone Rock, 59 here in Madison. But current temperatures are well into the 80s. That dry air warms up quickly. So right now, 88 in Lone Rock, 82 degrees in Mineral Point, 83 here in Madison, and around Dane County. Temperatures are as warm as 84 in Cross Plains, 82 in Sun Prairie, and 83 in Sauk City. Look for skies to be mostly clear this evening. Temperatures dropping into the lower 70s by late evening. We'll see another warm day for tomorrow, but is there any rain in the forecast? I'll have more on that in just a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. We're learning new details about a home invasion on Madison's north side that left a man dead last week. The medical examiner's office identifying that man as 35-year-old James Turner of Madison. Police say Turner was shot after allegedly breaking into an apartment in the 1700 block of Packers Avenue last Friday. 27-year-old Jose Gomez, who lived in that apartment, allegedly shot Turner, and he's now facing charges, but not for the shooting. While investigating that incident, police allegedly found drugs in Gomez's apartment, and he's facing drug possession and trafficking charges and charges for possessing a gun as a felon and bail jumping. And his wife, Shaniqua Gomez, also charged with drug trafficking. Police Chief Sean Barnes said the two will likely not be charged for the shooting death because of Wisconsin's Castle Doctrine.
There will be someone to teach your child this week if they go to a Madison public school, but will it be their actual full-time teacher? That's hard to say tonight. As of today, MMSD still had 125 teacher openings. That's down slightly from the 134 we knew about yesterday. The district also held new teacher orientation for about 300 staff members earlier this month. Staffing shortages, it's not a problem that's unique to Madison. Districts nationwide are struggling to fill these jobs. Today, Madison's teachers union told us this isn't a new problem. It's been coming for a decade.
It's Act 10 in terms of the devaluing of public education, the refusal to invest in public education, which has led to stagnating salaries, people feeling extremely undervalued, having to do more with less, increasing mental health impact on students and staff. And, you know, that has led to a crisis point of a lot of people during the Great Resignation.
The Madison School District has offered jobs to more than 100 candidates, so your child may not be with a substitute teacher indefinitely. However, even for a teacher who accepts an MMSD job offer today, the school puts them through a thorough background check, and that takes at least 48 hours to complete. The district does have 275 certified long-term subs, which means they will be in classrooms for 46 or days or longer and could stay for the entire year if needed. The only drug and alcohol recovery high school in the state will welcome a new class of students next week.
Tahlil Mohadeen joins us now to share more on how Madison's Horizon High is helping teens make it through to graduation. Tahlil?
It began in 2005 in a church basement, helping just 5 teens. In the 17 years since, Horizon High moved into its own building and has helped hundreds of young men and women along the way. Horizon is a nonprofit sober high school which caters to students with substance use disorders in recovery. On top of the typical academic coursework, there are weekly field trips and therapy built into the curriculum. Staff say the 15 kids they teach are in need of the kind of help you can't get at a typical high school.
They're so broken and feel like such failures and so lost. And I'm like, you have your whole life ahead of you. You can make some, you know, pretty significant changes and have a completely happy, healthy life.
Students at Horizon High agree to weekly random drug testing, and school leadership says relapses are not uncommon but are a part of the process. They estimate about 200 kids in Dane County area would benefit from a recovery high school, even if they don't always admit it. Now, as an independent nonprofit, Horizon faces its own share of budget issues. Tonight at 6, we'll explain how they're funded and how the unique formula helps them maintain where other programs have failed.
Tahlil, thank you. The FDA has authorized new COVID-19 booster shots, the first that target the highly contagious Omicron strain. The Pfizer and Moderna shots could be available in a matter of days now. They're known as bivalent vaccines, combining components from the original vaccine with components designed to target the widely circulating Omicron subvariants BA4 and BA5.
Hope here is that by increasing the amount of antibodies we have to that particular variant, we will restore the kind of protection that we had when we first saw these vaccines launched, and hopefully stave off the coming wave of COVID-19 predicted by scientific models.
Now, the CDC still needs to sign off, but once the modified boosters are available, the FDA says you can get them at the same time as your annual flu shot.
A late-night filing from the Department of Justice has shed new light on the materials that were seized from former President Trump's Florida home. Natalie Brand has the latest.
In an explosive new court filing, the Justice Department included this photo of classified documents, some clearly marked secret and top secret, seized in the August 8th search of former President Trump's Florida residence. The court filing also spelled out a possible case for obstruction of justice, raising questions about the Trump team's assertions that they had returned all classified material months before the FBI search. The DOJ says it developed evidence that government records were likely concealed and removed from the storage room, and that efforts were likely taken to obstruct the government's investigation.
This pleading gives a lot of details about the obstruction investigation, not only against the target of their investigation, but also as to other individuals who may have been assisting the target of their investigation.
The filing came in response to the Trump legal team's request for an independent attorney or special master to review the seized documents. A federal judge in Florida has scheduled a hearing for Thursday. Federal prosecutors vehemently argued against the appointment of a special master in the filing, saying it's unnecessary and would harm national security interests.
The Department of Justice did a very good job to fight back and refute any sort of need for a special master to review for executive privilege.
My father-in-law has said he has nothing to hide. He did nothing wrong.
Wednesday, the former president again said on his social media platform that he declassified the documents. But DOJ officials pushed back, arguing Trump's representatives didn't assert that he had declassified the documents when they returned some of them in June. And they say the presidential records do not belong to him. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
The Department of Justice also argues that if a special master is appointed, he or she should be restricted to only assessing the former president's claims of attorney-client privilege. The Trump team faces a deadline later today to file its response.
Another beautiful summer day. Gary has our latest forecast. That's coming up.
Plus, how many communities are remembering Princess Diana 25 years after her tragic death. And later, now that school has resumed for many, Monona police are urging drivers to be extra cautious on the roadways. How officers are working to keep your children safe. That's coming up tonight at 6.
Another down day for Wall Street. Dow Jones Industrial Average tumbles another 280 points. NASDAQ closes down 67, and the S&P loses 31. We'll be right back.
Wells Asphalt Paving, expert paving for over 40 years. Now offering $250 off your asphalt paving project for residential and commercial, from new construction to replacements. Call today and save at Wells Asphalt Paving.
Ashley's Labor Day mattress preview sale is going on now. Save up to $1,000 on Serta, up to $800 on Purple, and up to $700 on Tempur-Pedic. Plus special financing and free furniture on select mattresses. It's the Labor Day preview sale, this week only at Ashley.
Save big money and find the solution for your storage needs with Duramax Vinyl Sheds. Now 11% off at Menards. Duramax Vinyl Sheds are built using all-weather and low-maintenance vinyl materials that stand strong in the harshest conditions, all while providing plenty of storage room for bikes, tools, yard equipment, and more. Stop by and get 11% off all Duramax Vinyl Sheds right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
I'm Scott Peterson, the Peterson Grain Farms, and this is my John Deere. We're a family farm. We raise corn, soybeans. When you walk through their door, you're not a number, you're a name. And they go to their nth degree to get what you need to run your operation. For an example, one night, I ate a rock and took the feeder house chain out of our combine. On a Friday night at 8 o'clock, they pulled in to fix that combine, and by 9:30, we were cutting beans again. I'm Scott Peterson of Peterson Grain Farms, and this is why I think Sloan's first.
Wisconsinites don't back down from hard work. We got self-starters and never-stoppers. Folks who help feed a nation. Pioneers in innovation. Teachers and third-shifters like my parents. You deserve a senator who protects your jobs, not one who sends them overseas. I work to bring manufacturing back home so we can make things in Wisconsin again. When we harness what we have, we can change where we're going. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
Ashley's Labor Day preview sale is going on now. Don't miss 30% off furniture, plus an additional 15% off, or no interest for 60 months. It's the Labor Day preview sale, and it's this week only at Ashley.
Wells Asphalt Paving, expert paving for over 40 years. Now offering $250 off your asphalt paving project. For residential and commercial, from new construction to replacements. Call today and save at Wells Asphalt Paving.
News 3 Now is taking action to keep you on top of the latest breaking news.
Taking action whenever news breaks with a team committed to following developing stories so you'll know all the facts.
Taking action for South Central Wisconsin. News 3 Now.
Back to school is here, and it's time for kids. News 3 Now and SSM Health will be hosting a live phone bank Thursday from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. to answer any medical questions you may have about your child. Join us for questions and answers Thursday starting at 4.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Welcome back, everyone. 25 years ago today, Princess Diana was killed in a car crash while trying to escape from the paparazzi in Paris. Diana's death, of course, shocked the world, and today crowds are gathering in Paris and London to honor her memory. Ian Lee shares more.
A quarter of a century after her death, the People's Princess can still draw a crowd.
I'm just very, very sad. The day, I can remember, it was awful.
We got the news that she'd been killed in Paris in a car accident in the middle of the night. It was horrendous.
Princess Diana was 36 when she died after being chased through the French capital by the paparazzi.
She was incredible.
Emily from Sweden literally wears her love for Diana on her sleeve.
You have Princess Diana tattoos?
Yeah.
What does that say?
I am a free spirit. And then only do what your heart tells you.
Diana's death came 1 year after her divorce from Prince Charles.
Her legacy, of course, is mainly rests in the shape of her sons.
But friends of the princess can't help but wonder, what if she was still with us?
I don't know whether Britain would still be her home. She might have remarried. She might even have had a second family. She desperately wanted to have a daughter or two.
Princes William and Harry were just 15 and 12 when they lost their mother. They're now promising to pass her legacy to their kids.
To share the spirit of my mum with my family, with my children who I wish could have met her. Every day, I hope to do her proud.
The princes are carrying on their mother's mission to help others through charities they support.
She did a fine job raising two fine boys.
The brothers are remembering their mother in private as the public pays tribute to a princess taken too soon. Ian Lee, CBS News, London.
In a sign of people's enduring fascination with Princess Diana, last week a Ford Escort that she once owned sold for $764,000 at an auction. Let's get a look now at the weather. Here's Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary?
Well, it's a warm day today, but comfortably warm. Lots of sunshine. Humidity levels are down. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. Look for high temperatures in the mid to upper 80s through Thursday and Friday, and then look for a chance for a shower or thunderstorm, mainly Friday night. There could be a slight chance Friday morning and then another chance Saturday afternoon, but I think those will be very, very small. And then after that, look for mild weather with partly sunny and mainly dry weather through the holiday weekend, and we'll start warming back up into the 80s for next week. High temperature trend over the next 10 days. You can see the average high temperature goes from 78 to 76. Our high temperature is well above normal, mid to upper 80s for Thursday and Friday. We drop back to near or slightly below normal temperatures for the weekend, and then back above normal temperatures with highs in the 80s from Tuesday through Saturday of next week. And longer term, the new Climate Prediction Center outlooks for September came out. today, and you can see much of the country, northern and eastern and western portions of the country, expecting above normal temperatures. The highest probabilities out through Idaho and Montana, but still relatively high probabilities here in Madison. Below normal temperatures expected over Texas, mainly due to cloud cover and precipitation. That's where precipitation will be above normal, down toward the Gulf Coast and into southern portions of Arizona. But the northern and northeastern portions of the country expecting drier than normal weather. And that trend continues. Our friends over at Climate Central show that here in Madison, our average fall temperatures have increased by about 3 degrees thanks to climate change since 1970. So over the last 50 years, our average temperature during the fall has climbed from just below 48 to into the just above the 50-degree mark. So as climate change continues, those warmer than normal temperatures are more and more likely. As we look at current temperatures, they're now in the 80s across Wisconsin, away from Lake Michigan, a few 70s up in far northern Wisconsin. To the west, though, you can see the heat, except where some thunderstorms are occurring through parts of Nebraska. Temperatures mainly in the 90s there. But the jet stream still to our south, so we're not getting the bulk of the really hot weather, which is south of the jet stream into parts of Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas. But down there, they're also dealing with the effects for some tropical moisture, showers and thunderstorms there, and then also through parts of the southeastern part of the country. But much of the northern half, actually northern 3/4 of the country, seeing less in the way of precipitation other than that cluster of thunderstorms back into Nebraska. Otherwise, temperatures are warm, except north of a cold front here where temperatures have cooled off a little bit up toward Lake Superior. So for tonight, look for mostly clear skies. Temperatures a little milder. Look for an overnight low temperature of 63 in Pine Bluff, 61 in Sauk City, and 62 degrees in Monona. Across southern Wisconsin for tonight, low of 61 in Madison, 59 in Baraboo, and 62 degrees in Platteville. For tomorrow, look for mostly sunny skies, a very warm day, high temperature topping out at 86 degrees in the 7 to 10 day forecast. Mid-80s on Friday, slight chance for a shower in the morning, then a little better chance for a shower or thunderstorm Friday night, and a slight chance for a thunderstorm Saturday afternoon. Otherwise, dry weather. Temperatures drop back into the 70s for the weekend and then warm back up to at or above 80 for much of next week. Maybe a thunderstorm chance by Saturday of next weekend. As we take a look at first warn traffic right now, here's the view of the Beltline at Stoughton Road. Traffic moving pretty steadily in both directions. Looks like the flex lanes are open there. Right now, just a little bit of a slowdown on the eastbound Beltline toward Monona Drive and a little bit on the westbound side toward Hatchery Road. Otherwise, right now, travel times 18 minutes on the eastbound Beltline, 16 minutes on the westbound Beltline between University Avenue and the interstate. No problems on I-3990 from the Beltline southward towards Janesville. A quick 16 minutes from Middleton to Sauk City on US 12, downtown to Sun Prairie on East Washington Avenue and US 151. The normal 18 minutes. That's your News 3 Now first warn traffic.
Gary, thank you. The Department of Defense has listed climate change now as a national security threat and is now taking steps to reduce its carbon footprint. The climate strategy includes building a microgrid on every base by the year 2035. The Army is also targeting 2030 for a 50% reduction in net greenhouse gas pollution and net zero emissions by the year 2050. Rachel Jacobson, the Assistant Secretary of the Army for Installations, Energy, and the Environment, oversees that strategy.
I think that we certainly have the capacity on military installations to try innovative solutions and technologies to achieve these goals.
The Army's climate strategy also includes a goal of an all-electric non-tactical vehicle fleet by the year 2035 and fully electric tactical vehicles by 2050. Next at 5, several high schools around the country have had to delay their football seasons, all because of a helmet shortage. How soon games could resume after the break.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
I'm the dog who can destroy a squeaky in seconds. And I'm here to tell you about the pet insurance from Physicians Mutual that can pay up to 100% of your vet bills. I love to hear them squeak in fear right up until the end. But one time those squeakers sat a bit funny, got stuck in my tummy. It's all good though. I got pet insurance offered by Physicians Mutual. They really get me. They understand my squeaky passion. And Mom and Papa don't get stuck with a high vet bill. Tell your parents about
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
This right here is confidence in a bottle. It just gives you such a boost of confidence.
Not only does it change you on the outside, but something in the inside, knowing that you're looking better
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, today we're going to see one for ourselves and let you be the judge. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes in as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. Even watching the video, this is a real it's a model, but it's a real guy with real bags underneath his eyes. And I did this to my father. We were at home. I had the timer on, and we were screaming. 4 minutes, 34 seconds, completely gone.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. These lines bother me. They really do. And this is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. So it targets all those problem areas.
So this would be a daily thing, or
it absolutely could be a daily thing, but the way you want to do it is you want to have a clean, dry face. You use a small amount because it's so powerful. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it.
Take action this Labor Day with the Plexiderm 10-minute challenge. Try it now for only $14.95, plus get free shipping. Visit getplexiderm.com or call the number on your screen.
Hi, this is Lisa from 4Imprint. Yes. I'd like 50 welcome wows, 300 customer I love it, and 200 team member oh yes. Certainly. You know we got some brand new woohoos.
Dial up the wow factor with promotional products from 4Imprint. We specialize in awesome items that are certain to awe and guaranteed to deliver some ooh yes. From apparel, backpacks, drinkware to high-tech items.
Wow.
I love it. Woohoo!
Go to 4imprint.com and find some wow now. 4Imprint, for certain.
The supply chain crisis is now making its way to the high school gridiron.
As the football season kicks off, high school teams are struggling to find enough equipment, especially helmets. Companies that make the helmets say delays in certain pieces of equipment have delayed schools' orders. Some teams are forced to use what they have. Many players are practicing with helmets that don't quite fit or none at all, and that can be very dangerous.
I was given a large helmet, but the issue was that it was too big and it would wobble around. Like when I tackle, it move a lot.
This has been a pretty significant problem for our program. We have roughly 40 players on our team, and we don't have enough helmets for every player. So we've had to dip down into our 7th and 8th grade team supply.
Riddell, one of the largest helmet makers in the country, says most backlogged orders will be shipped in the next few weeks. We'll get a final check on your forecast when we come back.
Accidents don't just happen Monday through Friday. That's why Gruber Law Offices is here for you right now. Evenings, weekends, and holidays. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Is your home just as hot inside as it is outside? The problem might be your walls have no insulation or ineffective builder's grade insulation letting all that heat in. But when USA Insulation wraps your home in our premium injection foam, we turn your home into a cooler, keeping the heat outside and your cool, comfortable air inside, right where it belongs, and helping you save on rising electric bills. And right now, when we foam your walls, we'll insulate your attic for free.
USA Insulation.
With Honda, every summer adventure is the destination. Take your adventures farther with Honda, America's most fuel-efficient, full-line automaker. Hurry into a local Honda dealer where new vehicles are arriving daily.
Hey, we're here at the local farm.
Market, where Informed Choice Insurance Agency is offering fresh, hand-picked local Medicare? What do you mean when you say shop local for Medicare?
A lot of Medicare health plans have benefits that are specific to your county. So why would you call a national 1-800 number when your local Medicare plans have all the bells and whistles the national TV ads promise, only better?
Don't be fooled by national TV hype. When it comes to your Medicare options, keep it local with Informed Choice Insurance Agency, and their services are free.
Get the guaranteed lowest appliance and grill prices of the season at the end of summer clearance sale at Grand Appliance. Save up to 25% instantly on unbeatable deals like this LG Mega Capacity Washer for just $698 and up to $1,000 in additional package rebate savings you won't find anywhere else. Shop your local showroom or grandappliance.com today. Grand Appliance. You make it home, we make it grand.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Donate today.
Why do so many injured people rely on Gruber Law Offices? We handle the insurance company so you don't have to. We mean what we say, and there's never a fee until we win. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
We're out of time, folks. We'll be back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. The CBS Evening News is next.